On a completely different topic, I've been watching Shimoneta.
Oh.
Shimoneta. A boring world in which the concept of dirty jokes does not exist. The full title. Miranda, you brought this up a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, so I watched the first episode, and I wasn't really feeling it. It was kind of immature sexual humor. Of course, like, dirty jokes is the big thing.
Yeah.
And there's one character specifically who's very forward about it. She's, like, the the patriot of dirty jokes, and she's trying to, like, spread it everywhere. And because, you know, in this show, this is Japan, and they're trying to make it the most moral country, and so they've eliminated anything that's lewd. And you can't curse, you can't make lewd actions. It comes to the point where it's ridiculous, like, that people don't know how to get, like, what sex is.
They don't know anything about biology. Or they don't know the proper terminology for, like, their bodies.
Yeah, it's like, reproduction is just a thing they do not understand.
How do they actually not die off as a population?
Right. So it's just kind of like, it's kind of a weird thing. And it's, like, a good point that they're trying to make. It's like, you know, whenever you sterilize things so much, people become ignorant about themselves and about bodies and about like, biology and science, like, important things that we need to know. It's like, you know, sex is not a bad thing. It's a natural thing. But, you know, if they're just going overboard. And I appreciated what they were trying to do, but the jokes just came off, like, too much. I was just like, all right, you can yell profanities and lewd things all you want, but there comes a point when it stops being super funny.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, I mean, I get it.
I am actually really enjoying this show.
So,
how many episodes in are you? How many episodes in are you?
5. I just watched the 5th episode last night.
There's 7?
There's 7 currently.
Okay.
I wanted to catch up and then I fell asleep. Unrelated to the show. The show didn't bore me or anything. I think as far as, like, the actual dirty jokes go, that's the part I find least amusing because I'm kind of like I've gotten to the point in my life where I don't laugh at the number 69 anymore. Like, I'm like, over it. I'm over it.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
You know, I'm like,
get it.
I'm like, whatever. I'm like, it's funny. So that part I'm like, whatever about. But I just find it really entertaining. I really like it, actually.
But what we were just saying was the biggest problem with the earlier episodes is that they rely so heavily on the childish, immature sexual jokes that it weighs down the shows. Like, I'm on, like, halfway through episode 3. Like, I was doing the 3-episode run test. You know, I was like, okay, well, a lot of people seem to like it. There's a good reason for that. I mean, this kind of happened with me with Food Wars. Is like, I was a little turned off by the first episode.
Same.
Like, tentacle stuff, like, way too much. I was like, all right.
Oh, yeah, the first episode came, like, roaring out of the gate, like, too hard.
I was like, whoa, hey. Wait a second. And then, you know, I kept watching, and now it's, like, one of my favorite shows.
Same.
Yeah. But Shimoneta hasn't let up yet. And I'm like, there's things that I find interesting, but I don't know if I want to tolerate the other half of the show that I don't enjoy.
Yeah, so I'm on the 5th episode now. I don't, from what you just said, I don't know if you're going to continue to like or tolerate it because people have been posting pictures and memes about this in the Facebook group. Hi, Facebook group. We love you.
Facebook.com/groups/IGN Anime Club.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
We love you guys. So from episode 5, there is a scene that I won't go into too much detail about, but it's the cookies scene. And if you know what I'm talking about, you will be like, yes. The cookies scene.
Yeah, I feel like I need to watch this now.
Yeah, the cookies.
Maybe just the clip. Maybe not. I don't know.
So
I kind of already know what it is without knowing.
I told you about it a little bit. So
it told me just enough, and I was like, oh my. Okay.
If you you know, on your own time, not at work, you can look it up if you want.
Yeah, I was watching
hint.
the most recent episodes like at work, like minimizing
Oh,
the
yes,
screen. I was like, don't nobody look.
Yeah, would not recommend.
Nobody walk by my desk.
Would not recommend
Not
that.
safe for work.
So this episode 5 kind of starts with this scene, and the episode actually begins with like, the following events are shocking and are not good for people with heart conditions. Like, that is like the disclaimer at the beginning of this episode. And it's really gross. And I originally saw this clip before I started the show, and I was curious, and that's why I started the show.
Callie.
So it worked.
It's making me want to watch, so
no, I mean,
it's valid.
I don't know if you like it, Elena.
I really don't think
I
you'll like
think
it.
you will.
I don't know.
might
We'll
as well
see.
try it.
No, I'm gonna try it.
You might as well try it.
Because I seem to run counter to everything else. So
Don't see. I'm afraid people are going to judge me for liking this show so much.
No, I mean, there's a reason to like it. I mean, there are funny things. It's just, it's not my type of humor.
Yeah,
like, we have tastes, and that's fine.
Yeah, and I'd say I find it, like, I know a lot of people find it, like, really funny, like, like laugh out loud funny. That's not kind of how I appreciate the show. I find it like entertaining. Like I really like the commentary on kind of like abstinence education and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's pretty real to me because I knew people in high school who like didn't know what their bodies did. Like I knew a girl who did not know what a uterus was or what it did.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? Like,
Part of you should know what.
I was like,
I mean, it's silly.
Did you not go to 7th grade biology
I was like,
class?
do you need help? Like, are you okay? So, like, I knew people like that. So watching the show and seeing people that have no idea about anything, and like, I feel like that would actually happen if people were kind of cut off from accessing certain information. So I like that part of the show. I find the characters entertaining. The student council president, Anna, she's the one who in the cookie episode, and like that's where they take it too far, is with her character, because her whole thing is like she's super pure and healthy, and she's like the model pureness person. Her mom's like in charge of the laws about pureness.
She's student council president
Purity.
of the school. It's like the most pure school as well. It's like the elite school.
It's the elite purity school, and pureness is not the noun for that. The noun is purity. My bad.
Pureness.
I like how you were a grammar Nazi on yourself. You're like, wait a second.
I typoed out loud. Yeah, so they take it really far with Anna, because I think it's episode 2, or I don't know if you've seen it yet, but she kind of gets this awakening happening, but like, girl, like rein it in, like get it together.
It might be episode 3 or the end half. I haven't seen it
Okay.
all the way through yet.
Yeah,
but
she
it's not yet.
becomes a little more privy to what it feels like when you are attracted to someone, and she goes way too far. And there's actually a scene later. Obviously, if you haven't caught up, like, this is a minor spoiler, it's not a huge deal, but it's kind of a non-consensual kind of thing, and I really, really don't like that. And so that bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue with the show because, like, later on they kind of they address it a little bit. But I'm really, like, non-con is not okay with me at all. So I don't know. I have really mixed feelings about this show because I was very entertained, and then that happened, and then there's the dirty jokes where I'm like, ha ha ha, like you said chimpo, ha ha ha, like, you know.
Yeah, you can only say opie so many times before you get annoyed. It's like,
yeah,
we get it, Blue Snow. Calm. Like, I don't remember her name, but I know she's Blue Snow.
Kajo senpai, yeah.
Yeah, so when she's not in her Blue Snow form, like, that makes sense when she's all crazy when she's Blue Snow, but when she's just
she's also really forward about it. She like thrusts into things, and I'm like,
all
okay,
the time.
all the time. I'm like, please
calm yourself. You can do it. You know, it's like,
I believe in you. I believe that we all can show some restraint.
Yeah.
And you can too, Blue Snow. So yeah.
So, but yeah, so let us know what you guys think about it. I mean, we're curious. Obviously, we have our issues with it, but we also appreciate certain things about it. Like, I respect what it's trying to do. But so I'm gonna probably finish episode 3 and see what goes from there.
And I really want to see this cookie scene now.
Anyway.
I mean, maybe.